CARICOM Youth Ambassadors SVG Committee led by Tamira Brown and Kishore Shallow is seeking to add the youth's voice to the issue of medical marijuana. According to Brown, societies all across the world are contemplating more liberal views on the use of medical marijuana or medical cannabis, as it is best known in some Western cultures. The Caribbean community, or CARICOM, seems intent on pursuing a very similar agenda. Brown further noted that the CARICOM Youth Ambassadors SVG Committee has taken the lead on behalf of civil society in an effort to build consensus on the issue. The committee's effort takes the form of an interactive panel discussion dubbed Free Up the Herb, scheduled for today, Thursday, 12th December, and this takes place at the French's House in Kingstown. Panelists for the event include Counsel Mikhail Charles, who will give a legal perspective, Dr. St. Clair Thomas giving a medical perspective, Mr. Terrell Mapp an economic perspective, Mr. Ayadel Pompey a Christian perspective, and Empress Medupe Rastafarian perspective. The event is expected to yield a very strong position on the issue of medical marijuana. This week, the Sustainable Grenadines Incorporated, or SUSGren, is hosting a series of activities throughout the Grenadines aiming at seabird conservation. This is according to Director of SUSGren, Martin Barreto. He said the program aims to ascertain how dependent persons are on seabirds for their eggs and meat for survival, and how they can develop conservation measures in this regard. Barreto added that they recently conducted a survey on the seabirds in the Grenadines, and the findings will be discussed with residents of the Grenadines during a series of meetings. The first meeting was held in Canawan yesterday. Another would be held in Beckway on Friday. Rehabilitative work on the Belmont Public Road will recommence as soon as the Ministry of Transport and Works completes its land surveys. A landslide which occurred in the Belmont Ginger Village area in September due to heavy rains rendered the road in need of repair. According to Chief Engineer in the Ministry of Transport and Works, Brent Bailey, designs for the new road will be completed after the land surveys are completed. Bailey added that in the meantime, a temporary solution will be put in place which will restore a normal flow to traffic in the area before the situation is fully addressed. On Tuesday, countries around the world celebrated Human Rights Day, and the SVG Human Rights Association called upon Vincentians to focus on the inherent dignity of human beings, where all people are born free and equal, entitled to liberty, equality, and justice under the law. A release issued by the association states that in order to enjoy this right, we must be free to speak, to assemble, and free to worship. The release adds that any government or institution that seeks to repress any of these liberties, whether overtly or subtly, should be challenged. The association further made a call for a stand to be taken against domestic violence, rape, murder, and other forms of violence. That's the local news. Coming up, the regional news and more.